Today, I want to talk to you about the main reasons why you're not having consistent 10K months and what to do about that. And these are the top reasons that I really see with my clients that we work on, that we dive deeply into so that they actually can start to see that consistent revenue. Before I go into this, what I want to say is that if you're not making any money, what I'm really going to be talking about a little bit as well is scaling. If you're not making any money, some of these things do still apply, and yet there's a little bit of a different strategy for getting like your first paying clients. And that's something that we can talk about at another time if you want to. Also, I'm in Mexico, so there's like a ton of background noise where I am. I'm in the city, so just bear that in mind. And if you are ready to take the dive into the Queen's Coven Mastermind and you want to know how to double or triple your income on a consistent basis, and you want to be one of the 10 lucky queens in this container, then send me a DM saying I'm ready. It's application only, and this is only for you if you can keep a secret and you're really serious about taking action in your business and you're ready to stop wasting time, stop buying program after program, and you're really ready to be supported fully and in pleasure and implement what it is that you do know so that you can start to have consistent 10K months if that's what you desire. So one of the biggest things that I see, the biggest thing, like if there was only one thing, it is that people that don't have consistent income months tend to not show up consistently in their business. And it just is what it is. And if they are showing up consistently, they are not creating really high level, juicy, yummy content. And the thing that I find with this, in some cases or in many cases, there's this feeling that, I don't want to share this information with people. I know I've definitely been there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to share all of my secrets with people. And yet that is what creates the best content ever. And people are mostly signing up to work with you because of you and your personality more than anything. You might share new information with them, but that's going to look more like individual kind of strategies in more cases than not. Anyways, when you show up consistently online with really yummy, delicious, good, juicy content, it really soothes people's nervous systems. It makes them feel like they can rely on you. It really builds up this feeling of safety, like literally in their body, that makes them want to buy, makes them want to work with you, makes them feel really, really safe and being and held in a container with you. And it also feels like, oh, you really do have the answer, or the answers that they seek, because you've kind of proven that time and time again that you actually know what you're talking about. And here's what I find: when you know what you're talking about, and this is going to lead into number 2, it is easy to talk about that thing. And the mistake that people make, well, actually, this is going to all lead into number 3. The second mistake that I really see people making is they try to kind of spread themselves too thin. So they start maybe freaking out. They start maybe spiraling because they're not making money, and they change directions. People that are unsuccessful, that I've seen in the coaching space especially, and the entrepreneurial space, they try something for a week, it doesn't work, or they try something for a month, it doesn't work, and then they're like, oh my God, I must be doing something wrong. And instead of going double time and committing extra hard on the thing that they've already invested in, they switch it up. And the way that I want you to think about this is, imagine you're dating someone and they're like, this is who I am. I want a family. I want to get married. I want to build a life with you. And they're saying that for like a month. And then the next month, they're like, yeah, you know what, this whole family thing, I'm not so sure about. And, the funny thing is, not to like segue too much, because I know if you know me that I have a tendency to do that, but it's literally the same thing. And people that do this in business, they do this in their relationships, but they don't think that they do, because these things bleed over. This is why I teach you how to not only double and triple your income, also have epic relationships, because honestly, these things do not exist in isolation. They are all deeply connected. So when you have this thing in you that's like, I can't commit to one thing, believe me, even if you don't say anything, people can smell it on you, and it shows up and wreaks havoc on your personal relationships. And I know, because I've been doing this for a long time, and I've been helping people to not only double and triple their incomes, also attract in epic, juicy love, or create that in the partnership that they're in. And it's so much easier than anyone knows when you understand how to do it, which I'm here to show you. So the third thing that people do that don't have consistent monthly income, that don't have consistent 10K months, that when you switch and laser focus in on, you can really start to call that in, is they haven't positioned themselves as the expert, right? And this is kind of like the symptom also of 1 and 2 that I've already shared in a way, right? It's like people don't see you as the expert, partially because you haven't maybe decided what your niche is, but also partially because you haven't been posting consistent good content. And number 2, because maybe you've been like 1 week focusing on this, 1 week focusing on that. And I want you to take a look at any coach that you follow. Like, if you don't believe me, I want you to take a look at any coach that you follow, or any entrepreneur that you know is not making money in their business, right? Maybe it's your friend, sorry friend, or a colleague of yours. Just look. And this isn't about shaming. This isn't about like calling people. It isn't that. It's to say there are real things that work and there are real things that don't work. And education in this area is very powerful. Understanding what actually doesn't work and seeing that in action can actually be really useful for taking an honest look at yourself as well, right? And see, sometimes it's easier to see that in other people than it is in ourselves, which is why we join masterminds like the Queen's Coven, hey, shameless plug, and why we get help with these things, right? Because it can be quite hard to see our own blind spots. But take a look at anyone's page who is not a 6-figure coach or entrepreneur, and you'll see that one or all of these things are true. And I want to share a final one with you, okay? There isn't, and this is kind of similar to what I've already said, but they don't have a consistent offer that they are selling. And I also, there's so much noise, I know. I just want to say one more thing. You don't necessarily have to. This is kind of like a bonus thing. You don't necessarily have to have a consistent offer that you're selling online. And what I find is that it's not that you have to have a consistent offer. It's just that it kind of tends to fall in line because of the lack of consistency, because of the lack of clarity on like the thing that you're doing, because of not showing up in the space as the expert in your niche, which also is something that you can easily fix and handle. You don't even need to be the expert in your niche. You can also circumvent that or circumnavigate that by just being you and learning how to be you. Therefore, you are the expert, which is you, which is a bit of a longer, different conversation. And I hope I haven't confused the fuck out of you now. You can also do that. That's a viable online strategy. But what you'll find is that when people don't have consistent income, it's because they're not showing up consistently in these ways. They don't have a consistent offer, or any offer that they go fully out there with and fully sell and fully pitch. They're kind of wavering between shit at all times. And so the thing that I really work on with my clients is how can we build up the safety within you and the pleasure within you and your physical body and your mind through using hypnosis as well to rewire you, so that you are choosing you, that you are betting on yourself, so that you don't feel like, oh, I need to buy this program and buy that program. You're like, no, I fucking got this. I'm solid. I know who I am. I know what I'm selling. And you actually can show up consistently so that it then translates into the online world as real, tangible clients and results, right? And so I will leave you with that for now. Of course, there are many other things that fall into this category as well. And I would say that these are some of the key things that you need to develop if you really want to make money online. And we will continue to take this even deeper, because there are more things which I'm going to teach you and show you right here, right now. And if you are an entrepreneur or a coach who is really serious about stepping into who you know that you are in full alignment, showing up consistently online, and you're ready to have consistent 10K months, you're ready to do business with pleasure, work smarter, not harder. If you can keep a secret, or maybe 10, I'll be sharing many with you. You want to learn more about hypnosis, because hypnosis is the tool that works the best for rewiring your mind and also helping you with your sales and your offers and showing up in the online space, then this is for you. This is for badass queenpreneurs only. So send me a message. I'm ready. If you're ready to step into my palace with the other queens that will be there, this is going to be an exclusive group so that we can really give you the time and the support that you need. We're going to keep it small so that you can get all of the yummy goodness that I know that you need, and all of the help and the love and the hand holding, so that you can really start to have the business and the life that I know that you're here for. And this is something that I live to help you create. So send me a DM. I'm ready. And I love you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, Queen.